97.3 Citi FM. Relevant radio, always.
Hello, you're welcome to Citi TV. My name is Eugenia Tenkorang and this is Citi News Daily. In our first story, pro-opposition groups, the Let My Vote Count Alliance and the Alliance for Accountable Governance, AFAG, have both led thousands of Ghanaians into streets of the Ashanti regional capital, Kumasi, in a demonstration today. The protest, which was named Bamuyeda, a Hausa phrase which means "we will not agree," was held to press for electoral reforms that will read the voters' register of those names. One of such demands being made is for the Electoral Commission to undertake a voter validation exercise as suggested by the Justice VCRAC CRAP panel. Now, there are reports that this year's West African Senior Secondary School Certificate Examination question papers have leaked. Now, this has resulted in a public uproar and pressure on authorities in charge of education to take responsibility. However, the Public Relations Office of the Ghana Education Service, Reverend Jonathan Bette, says teachers who supervise the exams should not be accused of any wrongdoing. Here is what he said in defense of the teachers who act as supervisors.
Ghana should not be blamed as far as leakage or examination malpractices are concerned as a unit. Well, the teachers who supervise or invigilate, most of them are professional teachers under Ghana Education Service. Now, before any examination is written, we counsel our teachers who are supervising, our teachers who are invigilators. When they are in the school, they belong to Ghana Education Service. When they are prepared for examination, and we call them candidates, we hand them over to West Africa Examination Council to take the children through whatever they have to do for examination. We make sure that we perform our duty as stakeholders. So now it's over to other stakeholders to make sure that the examination is conducted devoid of any malpractices or leakages.
So some of you, our viewers, have taken to social media to pass comments on this very issue. Here are some of your comments. Etevo Lamola James writes, "When will this nonsense stop in this country? Because of the students no longer learn, this country will continue to produce incompetent graduates." Apioko Ashon says, "Exam papers must be held in a strong room with minimal access. All with access to this room must sign legally binding documents." Now Oyo Kwote also adds, "Any leakage needs the skills of a plumber to change out rusty pipes. A total overhaul is needed at WAEC." Finally, Blessed Pascal has a question for WAEC officials, and he asks, who leaks the questions and how does the person get them? Now, moving on, over 2,000 students of Ghana's agricultural colleges have been overpaid in allowances by the Controller and Accountant General, and now they risk prosecution if they fail to refund the monies. However, the students who walked into Citi FM studio say they are unable to pay back the monies. Well, I have Citi News' Farida Shaibu, who's been following the story, to tell us more. She has details. Welcome to Citi News Daily, Farida. So, how much exactly are we talking about here?
Yes, per the student, the first payment was done in October last year, which each of them received about 8,000 Ghana cedis on a tabletop payment. Now, the second one was done early this year. It was about 11,000 Ghana cedis. According to them, they had no idea what their initial monthly payment was. So, actually, they didn't even know whether there was an overpayment or not until they received a letter from the Ministry of Food and Agriculture saying that the monies need to be refunded. That is the first payment of 8,000 Ghana cedis.
So is there a deadline for them to do the refunding?
Their time actually lapsed last month, which was in March 28th. And then there were some conditions that failure to do so should not be admitted to class. So as we speak, for 3 weeks now, the students have not been attending classes, and they're also being threatened with an arrest. Now, the statement also said the national security has been informed to arrest all affected students from Tuesday, 29th March, which has also elapsed.
So if they fail to pay the monies, what punishment comes with it?
That, like I said,
that is the arrest.
That is the arrest. Because it also says that a task force comprising officials from the National Security, Ministry of Finance, Office of the Head of Civil Service, and Human Resource Development and Management Directorate had been put in place to ensure full recovery of the monies involved. So they're actually bent on taking all their monies.
Thank you very much, Farida. So that was Citi News Daily's Farida Shaibu, and we'll be following this story and we'll bring in you details. Let's do sports now. And the Ghana Football Association has charged Accra Hearts of Oak with 3 counts of violent conduct for the actions of their fans during the 1-3 defeat to our All-Stars at Accra Sports Stadium this Sunday. In about the 20th minute of the match, referee Ernest Befi allowed Kweku Aswanzi's goal, though Heart fans thought it to be an offside. Now, the Heart fans also thought that the team should have been awarded some penalties during the game. Subsequently, they got angry and threw stones, bottles and sachets of water at match officials and security personnel who tried to calm the situation. And before we end today's edition of Citi News Daily, running mate of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, is asking the Ghanaian electorate, especially the youth, to reject the National Democratic Congress in this year's polls as a way of securing a better future. He accuses the NDC administration of not creating opportunities for the country's youth in the 8 years that it has been in power. He cites massive youth unemployment, among others, as reasons why the mandate of President Mahama should not be renewed on November 7, when the nation elects a new president. Now, addressing students of the University of Mines and Technology, UMAT, at Takwa in the Western region, Dr. Bawumia called on the youth to exercise their mandate well by choosing the NPP, which is prepared to secure the future of the youth and this country. And that is all for Citi News Daily. My name is Eugenia Tenkorang. Make a date with us, same time tomorrow. Thanks for watching.